This is continuation to part 1 of web interview. Please watch it. I hope you enjoy.
Yeah, now you can see this.
Yes, I can see.
Yeah, it is a just DGA interpretation.
Yeah,
So first you have to fill the power rating, voltage class, customer,
yeah,
then project, guarantee period, work order number, transformer, date of dispatch, date of commissioning, cooling mode is oil, ONN, ONF, whatever it is. Then
yeah.
average loading, this is most important. You have to always note average loading
Uh-huh.
before DG analysis.
Okay.
Then oil sample, it is a top, bottom or OLTC. Then
Mm-hmm.
transformer condition running or out of service.
Okay.
Then key case interpretation. Based on IEC you want to do analysis or based on IEEE you want to do analysis.
Okay.
So in that table you can see for first by gas.
I, yes.
Okay.
Hydro.
So first I
Yeah.
have select IEC.
Yes.
Okay. And for some dated I have put value, the gases value.
At different
9th
timings.
February to 9th
Yeah.
February and then 14th Feb, 27th March. And as
Yeah.
per IEC, all the gases are normal. It
Yes,
comes
yes, yes.
normal.
Yeah.
Next is here based on IEEE. Similarly, normal, but as per IEEE, your ethylene is high.
Yes.
It is high.
Yes.
And interpretation based on. So I am doing this interpretation based on the 10th October 2019. From here you can select it.
Okay. Yes.
I am put it here 5 days, different days.
Yes,
If I
yes. Got
select
it.
9 to, then here all the gases are normal.
Yeah.
If I select 10, okay.
Yeah. Generally, latest date will be maybe abnormal
Yeah.
due to some issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some customer ask for another date also.
Yeah.
So if we go for IC, then IC
Mm-hmm.
said all the your gases are normal.
Yes.
So there is no need to go for interpretation method. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
But let's
As
say I always follow IEEE. And in
yes.
IEEE, just for example, this
It,
value is not 130.
yes.
Value is
Yes.
29.
Yeah. Ethylene is there.
Yeah. Then it is abnormal.
Yeah.
So IEC and IEEE both gives abnormal.
Yes.
Similarly, your hydrogen is a 150.
Yeah.
It also abnormal.
Yes.
Similarly, your CO2 is let's say 40,000.
Yeah. It's
Cellulose
abnormal.
overheated.
Yes.
Okay. In
Yeah.
this case, you have to go for a further interpretation.
Yes.
This is just a graph.
Yeah. We should go for different methods in that case if it is abnormal.
This is a graph. If you
Yeah.
change value here, it shows in the graph. This for
Yes.
good assumption and okay.
That's
Then
true.
it comes interpretation method.
Yeah.
These gases are abnormal, so you have to go for interpretation
Mm.
method. So
Yeah.
as I said, single method should not be followed. So I found Segre, IC, and duals are
Yeah.
good, and Rogers is also good. But I
Yeah.
am taking these three methods: Segre method, reference, and IC method. This is the
Yeah.
reference and dual method.
Yeah. That's good.
So yeah, here we have selected 10-10-2019. So
Yeah.
based on these data,
Mm-hmm.
hydrogen, methane, acetylene, ethylene,
Yes.
it interpret.
Yeah.
Took the ratio from that table C2H to C2H6 and
Normal.
check
Yeah.
it is within limit or abnormal. And it always, I have programmed it on backside
Yes.
and it comes here. It
Yes.
reflects here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Similarly, Segre, then
Mm.
IEC.
Yes.
Now you can see Segre is showing partial discharge and it is also showing low energy discharge. Segre
Yeah.
is showing thermal fault and it is also showing mild overheating of paper.
Yeah. Almost
So you
similar.
can
Yeah.
almost similar, and but what happened? Segre, your abbreviation said it is thermal fault. But from here you can say overheating of paper.
We can see clear definition in IEC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is mild overheating of oil. From here it is confirmed that your thermal fault will be in cellulosic insulation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And dual.
Mm-hmm.
Dual is again showing same thing, T3.
Mm-hmm.
T3 is thermal fault.
Yeah.
Now, if you change the date and go for 20 December 2018,
Yeah.
then there is only one gas is
High decomposition.
yeah.
Yes.
Partial discharge is gone. It comes normal.
Yes. Yes.
And that
That
cellulosic mild overheating is also
not there.
unvisible. Yeah,
Yes.
not there.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So you can put the values here.
Yeah.
You can see the graph. This is hydrocarbon. That the bars are for hydrocarbons and lines are for carbon gases, CO and CO2.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So this is the HC gas limit 0 to 350 and 0 to 45,000 is the CO and CO2 limit. This line shows that.
Yes.
So it is 0, so it is down.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives very clear interpretation.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And from that 3 you can come to the common solution.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. And after that you can remark your and submit it to for your customer.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
This is manually. In here you can manually type anything, whatever you want to.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. That remark we can enter it.
Yeah.
Based on your predictions.
You can go with go from the result and in remark you can put your remark.
Yes. Yes.
This is the fault. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's it from my side.
Yes, Dikpal Singh, you covered. It's a very elaborative. It's I can say it's like from very basics to very advanced. It's like you give a spoon feeding to me, I can say.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's a very nice presentation. Almost more all the areas regarding DCA you covered. Yes.
Yeah, actually, I just go very fastly for the definitions and the
that's
formation of gases because of the time limit.
Yes,
only 1 hour.
Yes, that's true. Somehow you spent more time in the end. That is what required actually for analysis.
Actually, I was about to ask for more time, or we can categorize this presentation in 2 steps.
Yeah, I will plan in 2 step like that. I mean, I will split it to 2 and I will.
No, actually, in 1 hour I have given presentation for the whole DGA. It is not a topic. It is actually subject.
Yes. I understand. Before that, I know only it's simple topic, but it is a vast. It is like a big one.
Yeah, it is a subject, not a topic.
Yes. Yeah. Part 3 is about question and answers. It will give good insight to you about general frequently asked question and answers. Yeah, I have some few questions, general questions.
Yeah.
So
if we I'm sorry, but can we go fast because it's
yes.
560.
Yes. We will go fast. Yes. Yeah. So generally, whatever DCA values are there, say for example, CO or acetylene or methane, whatever is there, these values will keep on increase in a lifespan, or there is tendency for a drop also in future. What you say?
No. Once it comes to your transformer, it will exponentially increase.
That's it. No chance
based on the volume of.
Yeah.
No, there is no chance of stop. You have to filter your oil.
Yeah. For example, say the transformer is 1 year old due to some issue, or for one transformer is failed. Only we have one, so they are loading for 150%. Say for example, for maybe 1 or 2 months. In that duration, DCA may be too high. After that, maybe another transformer came into service and their now load is normal. So what is the DCA values? I mean, during that at the end of that 1 month and after that normal condition, is this it will drop, or again I'm asking, repeating again same question, it will drop or it will keep on increasing?
In that case, it will be dropped, or you can say it comes near to zero.
Okay, okay,
In
okay.
that case, it will be dropped.
Okay, okay, yeah. So whatever this year you are saying is, it's like only taking oil samples, or is something else we have to consider from the transformer when it is live?
No, no, no. It only takes oil sample.
Only oil sample.
That's the only reason, because DGA is a very popular and vastly adopted method. It is a non-NDT test, non-destructive test. You no need to any shutdown. You just took the sample from the valve oil sample.
Mm-hmm.
So no need to shut down. Only oil. There is top oil, bottom oil, and if you want some more confirmation, then oil DC compartment oil.
Okay,
That's it.
okay, okay. Yeah, generally we have sampling walls on the transformer, maybe top sampling wall, bottom sampling wall, something like that.
Exactly.
So through
Yes.
this only we will take samples, right?
Yeah, yeah, correct. Right.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes people are asking DCA valve also. Sometimes DCA valve on top. So what's about that? Is this for online DCA or what is that?
Yeah, they plan in future they are going for online DGA.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only
Okay,
reason for the DGA valve.
okay, okay, okay. So generally online DCA means how it is different from offline DCA. I mean, can you explain a bit here? Yeah.
Actually, online DGA gives you some basic about, but I'm not saying it is 100% accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Online DJ will give you, if you set time limit of 1 hour or 1 day, 24
Mm-hmm.
hour. So it will
Mm-hmm.
send you some data, your asset. There is a 3 gas, 6 gas, different kind of devices are available in market.
Yeah.
So if you choose 3 gas, then you for hydrogen, methane, and acetylene, it will send you the data. But this, if you found by online method, hydrogen is going beyond limit, then you have to go for offline, because onlines are accurate but not that much.
Yeah,
So from
because
laboratory you
yes,
can
yes.
confirm.
Yeah, timestamp also. It's I mean, offline means at particular time we will take sample. Online means
Yeah.
every timestamp will be there. How which timestamp it is the maybe at the end of 24th hour there may be huge fault in the system suddenly. So what?
Actually, DGA will not capture any instantaneous fault. So it
Okay.
will not be, I think, helpful. But you can
Okay.
say at the interval of 3 months, 6 months, you
Mm-hmm.
just took the sample and go with offline laboratory, then it will be beneficial.
Okay.
Because instantaneous, if short circuit is there or any instantaneous
Mm-hmm.
fault is there by any
Yeah.
other mechanical or electrical activity, then
Okay.
DJ will not capture. So no mean for go for 24 hours every
Yeah.
day or hourly report of DGA.
It's not required. I mean, generally not required. Yeah, I seen some vendors also there who are performing online DCA and all. So is this? I think it may not be useful. What you said, like that.
It is not, I will not say it is not useful, but I think if you not mainly necessary.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Maybe
You set the
offline.
interval of 3 months, 6 months, and every 3 months you
Mm-hmm.
took the sample from top, bottom, OLTC, go with
Mm-hmm.
any offline laboratory and do analysis. But what
Yeah.
happen in some cases, your transformer is outside city or at
Yes. Yes.
far
Yes.
location. At that time, online will be helpful. You just go with an online DGA and set the time interval at every month or 2 months. It will gives you data of DGA. No need to go with go at transformer to coil sample.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Only
Online
case
means
of
there should be some setup right at the site for DCA.
yeah, there is a. Can you hold for a second?
Yeah, I can hold.
I'm
Yes, yes,
sorry.
yes. Yeah, yeah, no issue. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Online is helpful, but you can say you don't want to go at the transformer and took the oil sample at every 3 months. Then online will be helpful. It gives you oil data, and in
Yeah,
case of abnormalities, you have to go for offline.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
benefit of online.
Yeah. That's what I'm asking. If online means generally there will be some some mobile vans like that. Some I seen something like that. So is that the case? Online means some vehicle has to come with every setup. They have to test and go away, or what it is?
Yeah, nowadays GE has a very advanced device,
Uh huh.
the MS3000, or for DGA some number is there.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, it gives you data at your mobile, any by SCADA or anywhere, wherever you want to.
Okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
So in that case, online is beneficial. You can say a preventive method.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Only cases online shows your gas size are abnormal. Then only you have to took the sample. Or else what
Uh,
happened? We schedule at 3 months, 6 months. At every 3 months, we took sample, go at offline laboratory, do analysis, and found it is normal. So we
mm-hmm.
wasted our time. So in online, we can save this time. At online, it shows your gases are normal without taking any sample. In
Okay.
online, it is mounted directly at the DGA wall, customer asked, DGA wall.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Is there any permanently attached devices to the transformer for online monitoring something?
Yeah, it is a permanent attached with the transformer.
Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So
You know,
generally, yeah, proceed.
just go through MS3000.
Yes, 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 yes. I will mention in description also. People can go through that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So the
ABB is also a very good device for this.
yes, yes, yes. ABB also has some Cortex, some sensors they have.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Generally, we have DZA. Sorry, the Buchholz relay we have. So,
Yeah.
how it is different? What the DZA is different Buchholz relay. The gas collection in that we have gas collection petcock and all in Buchholz relay. So alarms are coming. What about that?
Because relay is directly connect with your tripping mechanism with transformer. If
Mm-hmm.
some fault or some major fault is there, it sends some gases
Yeah.
and it will give commands to trip the transformer,
Yeah, well,
like hydrogen.
sometimes we have gas collection petcock also at the Buchholz relay. Some small
Yeah.
cock, it will collect some sample. I mean, that is like gas chromatography something. I heard that name, but I am not sure. Can you explain a bit about that gas content in the Buchholz relay? How is this same as
Uh,
content? Is this same as the values in the oil? How we can differentiate?
yeah, actually, it is same. Gases are same, but as we said, hydrogen, methane, acetylene, ethane, that category of the gas it will not capture. Or
Mm-hmm.
let's say you want to see acetylene, ethylene, ethane, then you have to go for DGA. What Buchholz really do is only capture gases and gives the trip command to the transformer.
That's what I'm saying. For example, say if you done the DZA on the transformer, it means you are taking the
Mhm.
sample, say offline DZA, you are taking sample testing. Say you are interpreting the result. Say it is saying
Mhm.
overload, partial discharge. Say some
Mhm.
internal three four,
Thermal
four,
fault.
four three four problems are there if with your
Okay.
interpretation. Say at the
Mhm.
same time, whatever gases are there forming in the, they will go to the Buchholz relay space. They may be holding there without giving any
Exactly.
trip or alarm signal. They are holding still. So if you take that sample, that is gas related. So is there
Mhm.
any software or any standards stating this should be the gas content in that? I mean,
Buchholz.
yeah, Buchholz. Yeah, it's
No,
not. No.
no. Actually, it is there, but Buchholz relay. That's what I am saying. For diagnostic of the transformer, DGA is there.
Okay,
And
it's not.
Buchholz is the separate thing. In
Mhm.
instantaneous fault, you have to trip your transformer.
Okay. Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah. Because many people asked me to provide gas collection petcock. We are using that, something like that. So that's why I am stressing a point about that. Whether they
I
are going to collect
Yeah.
the gas, they are going to do some R&D on
No,
that.
that is fine. Customer is asking, but you cannot compare this with DGA. The DGA is
Okay.
just a separate tool.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Generally, because really content can be around 500 ml to maybe 1 liter like that, 1000 ml in that space, entire space. Maybe if it is exceeding 400 ml space, it may be giving tripping or something. Okay,
Mm,
okay.
Actually, I am not expertise in big holes, so I
Yeah,
will
no
not go
issue,
inside.
no issue. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because that question I have in my mind. Yeah, that's okay. So if
If you want to know, I can some do study and I can tell you.
yeah,
But
that's good. That's good. Yeah. You just spend some time because you can get better than me if you research. That's good.
Actually, I'm not looking after Bhopal, so I don't think it's not my cup of tea right now.
Yeah. Now it's not required. No issue. Yeah. Say for
Okay.
example, some DC results are abnormal. Say
Okay.
more thermal is there. I mean, more overloading is there.
Hmm.
So default some gases will indicate that overloading is there. So your
Okay.
interpretation will trigger the customer. Okay, we have to reduce some loading, something like that. So if any CO is there, carbon monoxide or something, then what is the
Okay.
solution? What customer can do with that result? What precaution he can take care if carbon
Yeah.
monoxide is there?
If carbon monoxide is there, so CO and CO2 basically uh, deal with your cellulosic insulation.
Yeah.
If you found CO and CO2 is there, so
Mm-hmm.
it means there is a corona discharge or any other low energy discharge or high energy discharge in particularly insulation.
Yeah.
So this is because of what thermal.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a numbers of reason. If customer overload the transformer,
Mm-hmm.
so if he overloads the transformer for hour, 2 hour, then this cycle continues. Then after a year or 2 years, CO and CO2 started reflecting. But what happened is IEC have given 3,800 to 14,000. So at the end of the first year, you got the value, just say 2,500. After
Mm-hmm.
2 years, you got the value 3,200. So
Mm-hmm.
there is no issue. You don't no need to worry. You just do overhauling at every 6 month interval. So by DJ, you come to know there is some fault. By taking graphics, this is increasing. Then it is CO and CO2. You will get to know it is a cellulosic insulation is there. Now
Mm-hmm.
you have to confirm it is partial discharge or any other thermal fault. If you are overloading, then there is no go for any root cause analysis.
They will
Customer
reduce.
is no, I am overloading it. That's why temperatures go beyond
Yeah, they will
nameplate or
reduce.
design
They
limit.
will reduce it
Yeah.
if required.
So it forms ethylene and it is nearby. After some years, CO and CO2 are there. So in that case, customer knows. But what happened at the time of manufacturing? Let's say example of the core.
Mm-hmm.
Some burrs are on the core. Then
Mm-hmm.
two cores are laminations of the core are short circuited, and the
Mm-hmm.
circulating current will be high.
Yeah.
So in that case, your temperature is going beyond. So
Yeah.
customer is not overloading his transformer. Still there is some fault inside transformer. So customer has to go for a root cause analysis, and we do analysis, and we take the sample of the DGA for one period of 1 year, 2 year based on the graph,
Yeah.
increasing rates of increase of the gases,
Yeah.
and then we ask to customer for shutdown and overhauling of the transformer. So by DGA you cannot say okay, there is a fault in core.
Yes.
By DGA you can say there is thermal fault inside transformer, whether it is in transformer core, whether it is in transformer winding, in oil, at lead, anywhere it is possible.
Yeah.
At mainly connection of lead and bushing. When your leads connected to external bushing, there is some loose part is there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So by
Yes.
DJ
Yes.
you come to know there is thermal fault and there is a fault in paper or oil. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, if they find, I mean, because every year they are doing some dizzy and maybe 6 years, 6 months once or 1 year once,
Yeah.
based on schedule, they are doing dizzy analysis. They may be spending some money. They are getting some results, understanding this is the this result, this is the problem, something like that. Or it's okay like that. Yeah, but, so if it is thermal related, they can still control the overloading. If it is partial discharge related or something, if it is a flashover or something, loose parts or something, is the customer going to send the transformer back to the manufacturer, or what is the case in that case? Our customers simply okay. I mean, because they are spending some money to know the
No, no.
healthiness of the transformer. What is the case?
Actually, depend. It is like a commercial term. It is in within guarantee. Then he will surely send to the manufacturing end.
Uh-huh.
I want my transformer healthy.
Uh-huh.
But actually, that's I'm just transferring my camera.
Yeah.
That's what I am saying.
Yes, 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 yes.
We go for that analysis of the gases.
Okay, okay, okay.
Here I have put it with the 5 values, then again different 5 values. So we analyze the graph, the rate of increase of the gases.
Okay,
If the
okay.
gases are increasing in 30 ppm normal range,
Mm-hmm.
then there is no issue. We can say customer, IEC said
Okay,
your
okay.
hydrogen will be by 35 ppm, your hydrogen will be increased. That's not an issue.
Okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
If you check IEC, then
Mm-hmm.
just a minute.
Yeah.
IEC has defined
Yes, yes.
that typical rates of gas increase. So you can go to customer and say, IEC has defined by every year your hydrogen will be increased by some, because it is stray gassing.
Yes, 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 yes.
Once hydrogen comes, it do chemical reaction with the mineral oil, water, some steel parts, and form CH4, C2H4. It is
Mm-hmm.
normal. There is no worry.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the gases are going beyond this limit. Beyond this limit,
Mm-hmm.
we have to worry
Okay,
and do
okay.
for.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah. So oil react to paint or varnish inside the tank generally. So if it is, yeah, you told that due to paint damage also protect, there is chances for
Yeah.
hydrogen. So
Yes.
so it's because I see in many people without paint or without any varnish, simply sending transformer.
No, but no, you missed one point. I said at higher temperature.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
It's
And
not
in
at
that case, also, if temperature is a normal, but after 4 to 5 years, they will see hydrogen, or 3 to 4 years, they will see hydrogen inside transformer oil if they did not paint. But if the temperature is high, then within a month or 2 month period, that oil start chemical reaction with that part, whatever part it is,
Okay, okay,
and generate hydrogen.
okay, okay.
So in the span of 1 month or 2 months, you found hydrogen, then there is abnormality.
Okay, okay.
But only and only case of higher temperature. You
Okay.
operate transformer at the designed, then there is no issue.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. One more thing. So you told that while oil sampling or oil filling, it should not be more than 1 or 2 minutes in contact with the air or something like that. So
Exactly.
so generally, how the oil filling we have to do? I mean, is this only vacuum filling? And I mean, how the process should be?
Actually,
Because
personally,
it will take more time actually to fill the power transformers and all. How the
no. Actually, what I said is at the time of taking
sampling.
oil sampling at site.
It's
sampling.
not okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Here I am getting one more question.
No. In a plant, when you fill it oil into transformer, it is already properly covered. So I don't think it will be exposed to atmosphere in plant.
Okay.
Because from drum, your cover in transformer is totally locked from everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Because for big transformer, we are doing vacuum filling and all. For very small transformers and all, we are not doing any vacuum filling. Maybe 3 MVA, 4 MVA, below less than 5 MVA, so all transformers. Yeah, we are simply pouring like water. We are simply tap water like that. We are pouring into the transformers. Yeah, that depends on manufacturer. But most of the people are not doing any vacuum filling, simply pouring.
Actually, but this is not the right practice. It should be oil should not be comes to directly contact with atmosphere.
Okay. Yeah. Anywhere it should not contact. Yes. Yeah, that's
people
true.
Are doing that. It is not right practice. They should be improved. Because what happened? Maybe in room inside room, but some moistures will capture by oil. If it comes moisture inside the oil, then oxygen will be there, and water will be there, H2O.
Yes.
So H2 will be separated in by chemical reaction, and hydrogen will be there. That's the only funda.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever DCA you are discussing and all, is this the same applicable for small transformers also, like distributed transformers also?
Yeah, it is applicable for all,
Okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
but only for mineral oil based transformer. What we have discussed today.
Okay.
For natural esters, the limits, ppm limits, dual triangle, everything is different.
Is this lower values? I mean, because there may be chances for more moisture in natural ester and all. So is this some 80% lower values, everything? So we can say like that, or what?
No, actually, till date I haven't did any DG of the natural based natural ester transformer.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in a mineral oil based, hydrogen is your stray gas.
Yeah.
But in natural ester, ethane is your stray gas.
Oh, ethane,
No, sorry, ethylene.
ethylene.
What
Okay.
happened, because flash point of the natural ester oil is very very high comparatively to mineral oil. I think it is beyond 300 degree.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
So normally we overload our natural ester based transfer is normally overloaded.
Yeah. So
So
yes.
generally you found ethylene in any natural ester based transformer.
Yeah.
So if you found ethylene in any natural ester transformer, then there is no need to worry because it is a stray gas.
Okay, we can say it's like
But in the
straight gas.
small quantities increasing drastically, then and only you have to worry.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
The first difference is hydrogen is a stray gas for mineral oil and ethylene is stray gas for natural based or synthetic ester oil because of its higher flash point.
Yeah. 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 That's true. Okay. So what's about nitrogen? You discussed about nitrogen, but you somewhere we discussed about ratio also. But what is the cause for nitrogen in the transformer?
No, there is no cause. By default, there is oxygen and nitrogen inside the transformer oil. And the defined limit by IEC and IEEE is 32,000 ppm.
Okay. Okay.
It's a
Okay.
huge number. So by
Okay.
default, oxygen is 32,000 ppm is normal and nitrogen is 64,000, double of oxygen.
Okay.
64,000 ppm of nitrogen inside mineral oil based transformer, it is normal.
Okay. Yeah.
I have mentioned just a minute.
Yes. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So oxygen
Yes.
is 32,000 ppm and nitrogen is N2 is 64,000 ppm.
Yeah. It's huge value.
It is normal.
Yes.
But
Yes.
the ratio of nitrogen and oxygen is very much important.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
That
I
we have
think.
discussed in presentation.
Yes. 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 We discussed it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 and 2 ratio.
Yes. Yes. It is a 0.5 something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
not 0.34.
Okay. Say if it is a fresh oil, fresh transformer oil, it is in drum. Is the DCA shows everything? I mean, it should all gases should be zero, right? Or some still some 10% or something.
For ideal case, it should be zero, except
Uh-huh.
oxygen and nitrogen.
Oxygen and
Nitrogen,
okay.
for
Okay.
ideal case, it should be zero.
Okay. Okay. So
But there is nothing is ideal. So you found hydrogen 10 ppm, some normal quantity is there. 0.1 ppm of acetylene.
yeah, because if you are saying this, I am getting doubt because some people will, some customers will take oil drums from manufacturers, maybe 10
Exactly.
drums or 5 drums like that. That drum
Right,
also
right.
is MS generally, mild steel or something.
Mhm.
No plastic drums are there for oil. If
Yeah.
it is storing for 3 or 4 or 5 years something, if after that they want to pour it into the transformer.
Then some gas will be come inside the transformer.
Yeah.
If you store it for 3 or 5 years, but this value is not beyond IEEE and IEC limit. It should be less than this limit.
Okay.
Let's say your hydrogen will be 20 to 30 ppm,
Mhm.
your methane will be 20 to some amount, but it should be less than IEEE and IEC defined limit.
Okay.
Then it is fine.
Yeah. So, but I am still think that they should not purchase oil like that. Otherwise, they should store in some plastic dumps something, because there is chances for there is chances
Nobody will
for
suggest. Nobody will suggest plastics.
I don't
just because
know,
of
but yeah, that may plastic drums also will damage. So whenever it's required purchasing, mostly at that time it may be good, because I am getting that question in my mind after this presentation.
No, I don't think nobody will store. I don't think it should be right practice to store transformer oil for 3 to 4 years.
Okay, okay. Maybe during commissioning they may use otherwise, right?
Yeah, some span is okay, 6 months, 1 year. It is not,
Okay,
but
okay, got
3 to 4 years.
yeah.
But there is no any hydrogen will be there in case of mineral oil because it is stray gas.
Yes, yes, yes.
So before filling inside transformer, they have to filter it. That's it.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
They
that's
can
that.
filter and extract all the gases from the
Yes.
oil.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Mhm.
So what is the DP value related? For example, so DP value of insulation,
Yeah.
how we will,
Actually,
how it is
actually
related?
standard thing, your
Yeah.
DP value is 1200
Mm-hmm.
1200. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You cannot relate DP and DGA.
Yes, 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 yes.
What is the benefit of the DGA that over the DP? In DP, you have to open the transformer and cut the paper of the insulation from the transformer, which is not possible.
Yeah, then why people will ask DP means that's meaningless, right? How I can say, we can say.
No, for that, people is going to Furan analysis.
Uh-huh.
It is another topic.
Yes, yes, that is another topic.
Yeah. In DGA, I think it is. We can discuss later on.
Yeah, that's okay.
Actually, this in small word I will say, to take DP measurement, it is not possible to open the transformer and cut the insulation from the transformer.
That's true.
To check if the paper insulation is healthy or not, people took the oil sample
That's it.
and do the furan analysis of the oil.
Mm-hmm.
So by reverse method, they extract the furan content from the oil, and by reverse method, they calculate the DP value of the paper.
Okay, okay. The direct method it's not possible because it's
Yeah,
difficult.
it's possible, but you
Yes,
have to
yes.
take shutdown.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, one more thing. So OLTC and normal transformer generally they are interlinked. Interlinked with the sense equalizing pipe and all that connection will be there for most of the external OLTCs and sometimes internal OLTCs also. So did you
Sorry.
yeah, OLTC and in oil in the OLTC, oil in the main tank generally they are equalized, right? Is this only during
Yeah.
transport or during operation also? Because oil from OLTC can meet with oil in tank. What you say?
No, actually, there is a separate compartment for oil with OLTC and a transformer oil. I don't think this question should be comes.
Because there are the chances for there is equalizing connection is there most of the times.
Exactly.
So is this
But
only during
both oil should.
Okay. Equalizing connection means that is for equalizing the pressure level, oil level in both, right? Or what you say?
Yeah, right.
Then there is chances for oil in OLTC mixed with oil in.
Actually, there is a chances, but this should be avoided by any mechanical design.
But I don't think any mechanical design is there, something like that. I am not sure.
No, it is. I am not the designer, but it is there, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, because what happened, acetylene will be always be in OLTC compartment.
Yeah. Yes.
Because when your voltage variation is there, OLTC change their taps to lower voltage.
Yes,
and during the tap changing, there is some acetylene will be there because of the sparking.
Yes. Yeah. So finally, it is very sensitive test we can say. Whatever DGA is there, so it is related to lab variation also there. So
lab to lab, person to person, DGA, sample taking equipment to equipment.
Sample
That's
to
what
sample.
I in presentation I have said.
Yes.
Lab is same, person should be same. It is possible, and the sampling bottle and everything should be same.
Yes.
And there is a specially designed bottle are there for DGA.
Yes. Yeah, I can understand. So we should not jump from one vendor to another vendor for testing all the DGA sample also. Yes.
100%.
Initially, we should fix someone, so we should proceed with them only. Otherwise,
it is better for any diagnostic engineer to understand the graph. It is better.
Yes. If you are keep on changing something,
there is a variation. Lab to lab variations are come there because of the accuracy level of their DGA equipment.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah, Dikwal Singh, today it's a heavy class, big, I can say 2 hours session, but it's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
informative, too much informative. Anybody can come to our videos and they can find. I'm going to write timestamps also for every topic, whatever we discussed, so that it is a very good reference for me too, for anybody also. They can click that
Thank you.
particular timestamp, they can observe it. You can refer our video to any your customer also, no issue on that. They can just check it.
Yeah, there is no issue.
Yeah, good,
Even
very
it
nice.
will be helpful for me. Thank
Yes.
you for invitation.
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Dikpal Singh. Yeah, we will meet in any other session also. Thanks a lot,
Yeah,
dear. Take
sure.
care. Yeah,
Okay, thank you. See you.
yeah,
Bye.
bye. Thank you, friends. Finally, we completed all the 3 parts of this web interview. It is very good tool and very good presentation, I can say. So I already kept everything in a timestamp also for this all the 3 parts, so that whenever you will get time, you can go to that particular part and click that and play it and watch it, so that you can feel all the things. Thank you.
I hope you enjoy this content. If you are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe to my channel. So press on the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my future videos. You will get notifications also. Thank you. Thanks for watching.